Okay, so I might look like shit, but I have to make a video right now about this movie I just watched. It's probably, I wouldn't say the scariest. It's not scary, but it is the most twisted and fucked up film I've ever seen. It's called Megan is Missing. Okay, my name is Megan to start with, and I get on the internet, I webcam with random people all the time. I don't necessarily go and meet up with them, but let me just do a recap about what this video is about. This girl named Megan, she's a party animal, she's crazy wild, she's got this best friend named Amy. Well, her and her friend Amy, they go to party, like, she drags Amy along to this party with her, and Amy wants to fit in and be like her best friend Megan, and Megan just likes Amy for the true friend she is, rather than all her other crazy friends. Well, Megan gets to a point where she's just like, all the guys are the same, blah blah blah, and her friend, I think her name was Lex, or Lux, one of those, she says, hey, I have this guy you can talk to, his name's Josh. So she starts webcamming with this guy Josh, only Josh's webcam is broken, so she can't see him, and they're gonna meet up at this party. Well, turns out Josh didn't even show up at this party, and she's like, what a douche, blah blah blah. Then he tells her, oh, I was shy, I know exactly what you were wearing, I just didn't want to come up and ruin your fun. So she's like, oh, I got a really nice guy, blah blah blah. Well, then she invites him to the movies with her and her friend Amy, and he says, no, I don't want to come with your friend, but what are you doing afterwards? And she said, nothing, that we can meet up. And he was like, well, is your friend gonna be there? And she's like, yeah. And so he just doesn't want to be in public with anybody, and she says, okay, when I come back you can web me and we'll find out a place to meet. Seems like perfectly harmless, right? Well, she gets there, and her friend Amy webcam, and turns out her friend Amy leaves, and Megan goes to the Josh wants to meet her behind the diner. So they meet behind the diner, and the next day Amy goes to school. Nobody knows where she's at. She's missing. And Amy calls the Josh on the webcam, and he says, she skipped out on me. I don't know where she is. So at this point, honestly, I thought, oh, this dude actually sounds like he's supposed to be a skateboarder. He sounds like a skateboarder. Like, he doesn't sound like the typical creepy, I'm gonna make you lose your virginity in a cellar type guy. But, so Amy starts questioning things, and 3 weeks go by, and she's making a video documentary. And if you guys haven't watched this video, stop watching it now, because stop watching me now, because I'm fixing to tell the ending. So press stop if you haven't finished it, but if you want to keep going, whatever. Anyway, and then Amy gets abducted. I can't pronounce that. And it says, like, the police found real footage. I don't know if it's real or not. All I know is that it's fucking creepy as shit. Like, you see this girl locked in a cellar, and she's got this chain on her neck, and, like, he tortures her. Like, she's got this teddy bear that she's had since she was, like, 5 or 3 or something like that. And he's like, okay, you have to eat your food if you want your teddy bear. So she goes to, like, eat it with her hands, and he's like, no, you have to put your food behind your back. And it's like, okay, so she, like, puts her hands behind her back, and she's like, eating, okay. And she gets the teddy bear, but whatever, right? Because you're locked in a cellar with a crazy creeper dude. What is the teddy bear gonna do? But whatever. And it shows footage of him raping her. Like, he slams her down on this wood, and you just see her face, like, slam down. And then you see his hand, and it's got blood on it. She's a virgin. So this is, like, the scene where she lost her virginity. And the part that freaked me out the most, like, my heart, I watched this movie 20 minutes ago, and my heart's still racing. Like, I heard footsteps in my house, and I was like, ah. I'm so freaked out. Like, my chinchilla keeps on moving and I get scared because I think it's somebody coming to abduct me. But then he's finally gonna let her go. And she's like, thank you. And he's like, you wanna go home, princess, see your mom, blah blah blah. Well then, she's like, yeah, I do. And so he opens this, so dramatic there for a minute. Sorry, my voice was cutting out. He opens this barrel and he's like, well, you have to get in this barrel because I don't want you to see where I live. Well, it's freakiest fucking part of the whole goddamn movie. Like, she opens the barrel and it's her friend's corpse, Megan's corpse, dead in the barrel. And she takes off running and he grabs her and makes her look at it again and get in the barrel. Then the rest of the film is just of him digging, and she's like trying to convince him, oh, I can be your wife, I can be your lover, and he's digging a hole to bury her. And this whole time you don't see his face. It is so scary. Like, I've never been so freaked out in my life. Like, I Facebooked everybody, texted everybody, it's on Netflix. Megan is missing. It's the freakiest video I've ever fucking seen. Like, I'm probably just gonna stay up all night because I'm fucking scared shitless. Like, well, I just wanted to make a video about that. Watch it though, it's scary as shit.